Hello, good morning. Welcome to the concluding video for the chapter The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse from Snapshot. Here, I am going to analyze the story, discuss writing style, literary devices, vocabulary, etc. I will not discuss here any question, won't provide any value points as well. No guidance in respect of this will be provided because this chapter is from Snapshot, the supplementary reader book, and supplementary reader is meant for extensive reading and comprehending. So, no discussions of questions. This one will be done by you, entirely by you. Now, let's begin with analytical part of it. First point, in respect of the theme of the lesson, we can say that the story deals with childhood longing. How do the children take traditional beliefs and inevitability of change which sometimes opposes or challenges our tradition and traditional values. So now, dear students, tell me, do you think that the boys justify or protect their reputation? We get a moral ambiguous circumstance here in this story. Adam very well understands that Morad has stolen the horse, though he didn't accompany his cousin in stealing. He himself has not stolen, but he becomes a part of it, a party to it, by letting his desire to ride the horse override his reason. He makes justification for why it technically won't be considered as stealing. Morad relies on his impulses rather than on reason. He always says, I have a way with. He has really a way with everything. Birds, horses, dogs, animals, and man, etc. And we know that these are not mere words. He nurses the bird, and horse gets to be better tempered by him than by its owner. He does the talking to John Biro and is able to convince him. On the contrary, Adam, who is not as equipped with capabilities as Morad is, Adam is driven by his cousin. Not only this, their actions are always shaped by faulty logic, specifically Adam's. Morad's action reflect absurdity. We can cite evidence from the text. While Morad believes that keeping the horse for a year is not stealing, but keeping it for 6 months is permissible. What type of logic is this? Don't you think this is absurd? Now, next point, the truth and evidence of the reputation of the tribe here for their honesty has been exemplified with an incident. Which one is the incident here? I am going to refer to the incident when we see John Biro, the owner of the horse. He met the two boys on the way, has seen his horse. In spite of recognizing it, he is not yet ready to consider that the cousin boys have stolen it. This way, Biro has shown or expressed his faith upon the boys. This makes them feel guilty of their stealing, or in their words, forced borrowing. Whatever it is, immediately the boys have returned the horse and kept it in the farmer's barn, John Biro's barn. Third point now, in terms of morality, or what is the message that we can extract or morale of the story? In respect of this, we can say something, or we cannot say the boys have done something which is completely immoral. They have returned the horse and haven't offered it to sell. Though whatever they have done, their actions are marked by faulty logic, irrationality and absurdity. But all these we can overlook. Why? Because for the fact that the central characters are children. So students, what is your takeaway? Do you think that the entire episode is just a childish prank? Or they really have gone against their family tradition? Please write in the comment box and let me know. Read the text and see whether you also can come up with further points to be discussed and analyzed. Now, time to discuss writing style. What can that means notice? In this story, the writer starts with a storytelling method, and this story is nostalgic in mood. It is first person narrative narrated by 9-year-old child named Adam. Moreover, it includes dialogues as well. And the dialogues here yields better understanding and creates interest in reader's mind. Though the story does not depict breathless adventure, but it provides us a delightful reading. We readers can relate ourselves with the story of childhood longing. Most of us, we also had our childhood wishes. Students, you also must have yearned for something. This particular aspect makes the reading very exciting. Now, let us move on to discuss the next point. What? Literary devices, literary elements or tools, whatever you say. We have 4 literary elements: climax, imagery, then irony and humor. Climax. What is that? Climax is the turning point of a narrative as its point of highest tension and drama. So which one is climax over here? The climax of the story is when farmer John Byro meets the boys on the way and finds them with a horse, which eventually makes Adam and Maura to return it. Now you tell me, dear students, when we read certain type of things, whenever the children, they have stolen the horse and the owner they met on the way, won't it give you attention? Doesn't it create a drama over here? And we get to be tensed what will happen next to know this one. So this is climax, creates tension in reader's mind. Next one is irony. Irony is a literary element in which there is a contrast between the expectation and reality. Whatever we expect and whatever really happens, there is a gap in between. This is a contrast. So in this lesson, the irony lies in the fact that Moran, a member of Garoglanian family, the family so-called reputed for their honesty. So a member of that family steals a horse. As reader, we don't expect this one. We have an expectation that the family members, they would do always right thing. Is this a right thing what Morad has done? Really? It actually, this is ironic because Morad's action is directly in contrast of their reputation of being honest. So that's why this point is an irony in the story. Next one is imagery. Imagery, there visual imagery we can see. See in the descriptions here, whenever we get to know about the countryside, when the 2 boys, they go in morning rides, and the author describes the countryside. The way he describes, it creates a clear and vivid image of the countryside in our mind. So this is a very good example of imagery. Next and last point is humor. Humor is a literary tool that intends to induce amusement and laughter. For example, the humor element supplied in this story by the character Uncle Khushro. You people know that his stock phrase is, "It is no harm, pay no attention to it." So whoever says whatever, he actually utters and roars these words. So one day his son Arak comes rushing to Barber's shop to tell him, to inform him that his own house is on fire. And he roared, "It's no harm, pay no attention to it." So obviously this creates fun and humor element in the story. So that's all about figures of speech, whatever we can find it here in this lesson. Now I'm going to pick out a few probable unknown words and I'll tell their meanings as well. One word here in this page we get to know that pious stillness. Pious means holy, you know. Pious stillness means holy silence. Now let me take one from this page. One phrase, burst into a fury of speed. That means started racing very fast. One word we have got here, capricious, meaning whimsical, given to sudden changes in mood. Vagrant, next word is vagrant. Vagrant, that means wandering soul, a person without a settled home or regular work, who wanders from place to place and lives by begging. Now let me take one phrase over here, stalked out of. That means walked out with proud steps. One word you get here, alfalfa. This is a kind of grass. One name of a place here, you know, Sun Walking Valley. One of the interior valleys of California. Okay, let me tell you one thing. You might be thinking that what to do with Sun Walking Valley over here. Whereas his tribe, Garuglanian, tribe is from Armenia, and I have already told you where does it situate. Well, let me inform you that Garuglanian tribe immigrated to California and settled there in the interior valleys of it. So they have immigrated over there, even though they are Armenian, but now they live in California. So that's all, my dear students. Now let me take leave and meet you in my next video. Till then, stay safe, stay secure. Bye.